This weekend, I attempt the impossible. Dun dun dun. Hey guys, welcome back to another weekend vlog. I'm looking at myself with my hair long and down, and it's just so much white, you guys. Can't wait another month, and then I'm gonna go and get my hair dyed. So anyway, it is another weekend vlog. It is the last weekend in, what is this month? March. It's the last weekend of March, right before Camp Nano, the first of, now April Camp Nanos hold a very special place in my heart. I'm gonna tilt this up because my hair is getting cut off. There we go. Camp Nano holds a very special place in my heart because it was Camp Nano April of 2019 when I started my authortube channel. So that means this Camp of April 2021 will be my 2-year authortube anniversary, and so I'm excited to celebrate that. It would be, I'm so close to 2,000 subscribers too. It would be so cool if I could get 2,000 subscribers at my 2-year anniversary. So if you know anyone who enjoys chubby, quirky girls and people epically failing at all of their writing goals, then please tell other people to subscribe to my channel so I can try to hit that goal. But anyway, so it holds a special place in my heart for that reason. And then also it was Camp Nano April 2019 was the first and only time that I wrote 50,000 words in 1 month. Every other time I have failed epically. So I always love April camp. It just brings back some fond memories for me. It's not like it's been super long, it's like been 2 years that I've been doing it, but it's a good month for me. And so I'm hoping that this April will be a good month for me as well. However, my plan, like my second tier plan. My first tier plan was to be way farther in my process. And then my second tier plan was to write the first draft during camp. Now I'm getting a little nervous that's not gonna happen because I'm still in Act 1 of the 0 draft. And I basically have, I don't know, when is the first? The first is Thursday, so I basically have 5 days to, I've spent 3 months drafting half of Act 1, and so I'd like to get the rest of the entire book drafted in 5 days. That, my friends, is what they call the impossible. But I'm actually gonna try. I mean, what the heck? Like, let's try it. Like, what else do I have to do? Nothing. Except for choking my own spit, apparently. But so that's what I'm gonna try to do this weekend. And so that's what I'm gonna try to do in this vlog, is I'm gonna see how far I can get in the 0 draft of this book. I've been kind of dragging my feet, taking a long time, and now I'm putting my feet to the fire. I was gonna say my fire to the feet. My feet to the fire. And I'm gonna attempt to get this entire book done in 2 days. Well, at least the majority of it, because if I still have to do some on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, let's be honest, I usually don't do stuff during the week. I need to get it done in the next 2 days. So that's my plan, because if not, then I need to rethink what my April camp goals are. And I'm announcing that on Tuesday. So I only have this weekend to try. So let me look, give me a second. I'm gonna see how many words are in my 0 draft, and then that way I can let you know what my goal is, and we can be keeping count all weekend. Okay, so I currently have in my 0 draft, my outline / 0 draft, 5,593 words. Aaron's going to, I just got a text. Aaron is gonna put that word count on the bottom of the screen, 5,593. And we're gonna do updates, periodic updates throughout the weekend to see where I'm at. Now, I'm trying to get around 1,000 words, give or take, for each chapter that I'm 0 drafting. They've all been like maybe a little longer, but I just don't know if all of them will be like that. So since I'm trying to fast draft the rest of the 0 draft, so my goal is, I have about 35 chapters if I'm doing 1,000 words a chapter. My goal is to get to 35,000 words in this draft today and tomorrow. So that's, oh, what is that? Like, almost 20,000 words each day. R.I.P. me, it's not gonna happen. But you can't have no in your heart, as Joe Dirt says. So, we're gonna try anyway. So, 5,593 is the start. I'm gonna be doing 20-minute writing sprints all weekend. That's basically what I'm gonna do. And we're gonna see how far to 35,000 that I can get. So I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna try to get, I'm gonna start my 20-minute sprint now. Oh, I did wanna mention also though that I was gonna start last night, but I'm also doing the R.L. Stine masterclass. And so I did that last night. I spent a little bit of time watching that and going through that, and my masterclass subscription is almost over. And I wanted to at least finish completing that one as well. I've gone through some other ones where I've just gotten like pieces here and there from different ones. But this is gonna be my last one that I try to fully complete. It expires by tomorrow. So I'm really enjoying that one because it's talking about writing for young people and middle grade, and then also writing like spooky or horror. So I'm really enjoying it. So I do want to find time this weekend to finish that up as well. So that's going to be somewhere in this vlog, me working on that, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But my main focus is getting to 35 words. Accomplishment already. 35,000 words by the end of the day, meaning when I go to sleep tomorrow night. So, all right, buckle in, guys. It's going to be not a bumpy ride. It's going to be a wild ride, we'll just say that. So, as you can see, the creative juices are already flowing up here. So, all right, guys, I'll be back in a little bit to update you. Guys, I am here to do a quick update. I don't know when my first clip, I don't know if I said what time it was, but I want to say it was around 2 or 3. I've been up since 11:30, and I was up for a little bit doing my normal TikTok, watching YouTube, catching up on any group chats, that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I want to say it was maybe around 2 or 3. So anyway, just so you can contextualize how long I've been gone and what I've been doing. It is now 7:16, so it's been about 4 or 5 hours. And actually, when I say that, that sounds horrible because I've only done 3 writing sprints. I've also like had lunch and I guess taken a lot of breaks, because when you put it in that perspective, doing 3 20-minute sprints is not a lot. But you guys, I'm not a machine. It's always hard for me, and I'm completely coming up with basically brand new stuff. I'm having to like come up with it on the spot, which I know you're like, yeah, hello, that's what writing is. But what I'm saying is you can't, it's just a lot. It takes a lot of brain power for me. But, I mean, I still have written like almost 1,500 words so far today, which is good for me. I mean, I can't even win Nano, so it's just like 1,600 words a day. So I still feel good about that. Most days when I do Nano, I don't even get the 1,600 that you're required, even one day. One thing that has helped though is that we bought a new TV for our bedroom, because literally the one we had before was from like 2012, 2013, so it had been a minute. So we finally got a new TV for the bedroom, and Aaron can listen to it on his through Bluetooth on his headphones, which has changed the game. Like, because now he can get into his shows, and I can just write, and I'm not distracted by him and stuff like that. So kudos to that. But unfortunately, I did do the math, and this is about typical for me, that if I'm really in the zone, because I was like really in the zone all 3 of those sprints, I can only do at this point, and I still haven't read that Chris Fox book about how to write faster, but right now I can write about 1,500 words in an hour. So if you do that math, I was needing to do around 30,000 words this weekend. If you do that math, that means 15,000 a day, which I've never even done 10,000 a day. Why did I think I could do 15,000 words in a day, 2 days in a row. I don't know. It was stupid. It was stupid. Why do I do this to myself, you know? But anyway, my point is, did the math. I'd have to spend 10 hours writing each day. That's just not possible. My brain doesn't work like that. I mean, am I even awake that long? In the last like 4 hours, I've only written for 1. So obviously it's literally impossible. So we're already revising the goal. My goal is to literally get as much of it as I can get done by the end of the weekend, because now I need to refigure out what I'm going to do for Nano. I have a few different options. I don't want to get too much into my options because I'm going to do a separate video on that will go up on, this vlog is going to go up on a different time. I've been posting them on Saturdays, but this is actually going to go up on Tuesday, and then I'm going to have an announcement video on Thursday, which is the first day of camp, of what I'm doing for camp. And then the following week we'll go back to regular schedule. So anyway, my point is I don't want to say any of this stuff because I want it to be in that video. But I have a few different options, and depending on what happens this weekend, that will help me to determine what happens for Thursday. So I still need to try to get as much done as possible, which is what you would say technically is what I do every weekend, but I kind of really need to push it. So I don't want to say like how much. It's more just like as much as I possibly can. Like I really need to push it. Maybe I could set like a limit to myself that I need to do at least 2 hours of writing each day. So 6 20-minute sprints. So let's just set that as a minimum and see. So that would put me at 3,000 words a day. So 6,000 words for the weekend, which would put me at like, I started around 6, so like around 12,000, which would put me at just under half for the overall first draft. So I hate that so much. I really wanted to be done with this by the end of this month. By the end of first quarter, I wanted to be ready to move on to second draft. And I'm not even on the first. So sorry, I'm spacing out because I'm thinking about that and trying not to be disappointed in myself. So anyway, that's the plan. That's the thesis. I've written around 1,500 words today. So far, I want to get at least another 1,500 done. It's around 7 o'clock. I don't know. We'll probably be having dinner in the next hour or so. It's been raining on and off. Yeah, those are all the things that I can think of right now for my update. So that's the update. I'm gonna go back and try to get another 20-minute sprint in, and I'll be back in a little bit. Things are going good though. Still in Act 1. That's because I ended up adding a chapter. So I'm about to work on that chapter. But it needed it. It needed it. I was trying to shove too many things into one chapter, so yeah, so Act 1 is going to end up, as of right now, having 6 chapters. I still think 6 chapters is probably not enough for Act 1. I'm curious. Do you guys have like an average number of chapters in your Act 1? If so, comment down below. Let me know how many chapters do you typically have in Act 1. Because I think I'm going to have around 6. So if we think about them being like a little over 2,000. See, it's not enough. 6 chapters doesn't feel enough. Because I feel like it should be, I'm aiming for an 80,000 word book. So that means first act would need to be 20,000. And so that would be probably around 10 chapters. But if I can make them 2,500 words, then maybe they, oh my God, why do I always try to do so much math? I asked Lindsay the other day, like, how many chapters do you have in your book, blah, blah, blah. She's like, girl, I don't pay attention to that stuff. I just make it a new chapter when it needs to be a new chapter. And I'm like, oh, the luxury of just not having an overactive brain that needs formulas and things to plug things into. Oh, just to be witchy woo-woo and not worry about anything and just write. That's not me. My brain is insane. It's just doing like, all the time. So I need like the way to unlock how to write. So I'm looking for the answers. Oh, okay, but anyway, I'm just obviously stalling at this point. So I'm gonna get back to it and try to churn out. If I can get another 3, if I can get another 3 20-minute sprints, if it's 1,500 words, that should get me at the end of Act 1. So that's a goal for today, is get done with Act 1. That's gonna be the goal. Let's see if I can do it. I'll be back in a bit. Hey guys, it is very late. It is 3:08 a.m. on Saturday night, and I'm finally gonna call it a night. My eyes are like so fuzzy, I'm so tired. But I'm finally calling it a night. I did meet my goal of doing 6, gosh, is this camera too high? Maybe that's a little better. I did meet my goal of doing 6 20-minute sprints. So 2 hours of straight writing, maybe a little more than that. There was a couple ones where I kept writing for like a minute or two after, but a little over 2 hours of writing. And I'll give you those numbers in a minute, but between 5 and 6, so number 2 or 3 I wrote with Kevin, and then, or maybe it was 4 and then 5 I did with Kevin. And so then after 5, Kevin and I ended up, well, me, Kevin, and Damien ended up talking on the phone for a long time after that, like maybe 2 hours or more. So after we got off the phone, then I went ahead and did my last sprint because I wanted to be done. I wanted to meet my goals. So let me give you some stats here. You know, I'm not a huge fan of stats, but I did want to do it today because I was trying to make a goal. Now, originally I was trying to do like 15,000 words one day until I realized that was really dumb and it was never going to happen. Then I got more realistic. I woke the heck up. I got more realistic. So here are what my sprint totals were. So my lowest sprinting total words in 20 minutes was 368. And my highest was 607. So I did a total of, I did it on my laptop, 2,808 words in my 0 draft. So I started at 5,980 words and I'm now at 8,401. So like I said, I did just under 3K today. By far my most productive day so far this year, feeling really good about that. One of my other goals was to finish Act 1 by the end of tonight, and I technically did because I finished the last chapter that I had last time I updated you and finished that. What had happened was, though, is I realized that it needs another chapter. So remember how I told you this is like my 3rd time redoing Act 1 since this year started? I had a different Act 1 that was in those first 2 versions. And then I realized that the climax, or like the inciting incident, wasn't working. Some of the like timeline wasn't working. I needed to shift things around and stuff like that. And so I was basically essentially rewriting all of Act 1, and very little was going to carry over because I completely changed the inciting incident, everything leading up to it. Like it was basically a brand new Act 1. But then when I just finished it, I realized that the story has layers, okay? It has layers. There's like different issues that she's dealing with. There's like an internal issue and her external issue, but then there's also like a family issue, like a dynamic that's happening. And then of course there will be the B stories that come in later as well. There's about 3 of those, maybe 4. It actually feels so weirdly uncomplicated until I try to explain it, and then it's like, wow, there's all these different lines going. Maybe it's way more complicated than I realized. But anyway, it's like the first time I feel like I'm actually writing a book. Like, I feel like I was just talking about writing this book for so long, and now I feel like I'm finally like weaving things and thinking about it. Anyway, what I realized was, I'm just so like weirdly tired, but what I realized is there was an element of the family part that I needed to happen that was also going to like intersect with the personal, and I needed some things to happen, and I needed this current to be in there because it was like vibing here and vibing here on these different like emotional currents, if you will. I don't know if any of this is making sense, but there's another emotional current, another emotional thread, if you will. I'm being so weird. That I wanted to go throughout the whole book that I just ultimately ended up not setting up then in Act 1. So now I was like, okay, I can pepper a little bit into this chapter and a little bit of in this chapter, but I really need to create, in order to really create this current, I need another chapter that then has these events that I had in my old Act 1 that I thought I wasn't going to reuse, but now I'm going to reuse them and just make some tweaks to it. So, I'm technically, well, all of that to say, I'm technically not done with Act 1, though I did finish what I thought was going to be Act 1, and then thus realize that I don't need to change it. I'm actually very, 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 just kiss, very happy with this final version of Act 1. I don't think I'll be changing it. I just need this one more chapter in there. So it's just a little, which is fine because I thought it was a little on the underweight, a little featherweight, if you will. Why do I keep saying if you will? Oh, God. So, like, I don't know, sleepy Laura wants to schmooze with the words, apparently. But, I thought it was a little, that it may need to be beefed up, and so this is one way I can beef it up. So that will be the first thing I work on tomorrow, is adding that last chapter in so that I can be done with Act 1. So that is what's on the agenda tomorrow. I want to do a minimum of 6 sprints, so a minimum of 2 hours. I'm hoping to be able to increase tomorrow, and maybe once I slept with that ridiculous goal, like I can increase it though by like maybe 9 sprints tomorrow. I want to do a minimum of 6 sprints, maybe maximum of trying to get like at least 9 sprints. That could be a goal. And I want to get done with that chapter that I added. Falcor's already dead asleep. Add that chapter in, be done with Act 1, and can move on to Act 2, which I'm feeling a lot more confident about. Fun and games than I had in the past, but I still think I might rewatch Lazelle's video on it. And I still need to do some more. I didn't do any more of the R.L. Stine. I really need to do that tomorrow. It's a lot. It's a jam-packed day tomorrow, so that means I should probably be in bed and not up at 3 a.m. Because I don't want to sleep too late. So that's everything that's going to happen tomorrow. I will get back with you in the morning. Again, so weird when I'm tired. This is why people don't actually have slumber parties with me, because I'm a weirdo. Except for my husband, because he's a weirdo too. So, alright, anyway, this weirdo is going to take her gummies. I feel like, I keep telling everyone, just because they've worked so well. Like, you know, it's like one of those things, like when you try something, and it's like, for a thing that like everyone struggles with, and you're like, no, I know the cure. Now I get how people feel, like, I don't know, when they're like vegan or something, they know the cure, why are people not listening? But I feel like I'm like low-key being sponsored by them, but I'm not. But hello. Gorgeous sleep gummies, nature's bounty, call me. Alright, but anyway, what I was gonna say is I'm gonna finally take these gummies, and I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'll see y'all hopefully not too late tomorrow, but you never know. We'll have to see you in the morning. Hey guys, it has actually been quite a while since I've last updated you. I'm not happy about it, I'm not gonna lie. So it is Sunday. It is 9:38 p.m. and the last you saw me was at like 3 a.m. last night. So let me just catch you up with what's been happening. So sorry, I just have like all this crusties around my eyes. Should have dealt with that before I started filming. And now Falcor has decided that he wants to just lick the heck out of my arm, so I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, so because I didn't go to bed till after 3, I slept pretty late. I slept till maybe almost 1 o'clock, which I do not like. I don't like sleeping that late on the weekends because I like to do stuff on my days off, you know, so was not happy about that. And then did my typical routine, which is like watch YouTube a little bit, watch some TikTok, talk to Aaron, you know, a little bit. And then we were watching a little bit on TV, and we had lunch, and I was going to start writing as soon as lunch was over. It was a late lunch for me because I woke up late and watched TV, and I fell asleep I woke up almost 1 o'clock. I would say I fell asleep around 3:30 or 4, and then I didn't wake up till 8 o'clock. So I'm pretty upset about that basically my entire day was just sleeping. I know, like, if your body needs to sleep, your body needs to sleep, but like, does my body need to sleep? Does it really? I mean, what do? I Sit at my desk, I sit at my bed. Sit at my desk, I sit at my bed. You know, and these days I'm not doing much, so not happy. So then I had dinner, and now I'm here. Now the good thing is, Fowls, please, the licking is just, it's a bit much, especially when you're like panting. Ugh. So I don't think I'll be going to bed very early tonight, so I'm still gonna try to hit my 6 sprints that I wanted to do. My phone went dead. I mean, my camera went dead. So what was I talking about? Oh, I think I said I still wanted to try to get my 6 20-minute sprints in, which may be hard because that's 2 hours of writing. It's almost 10. I don't want to go to bed too late tonight because I have to work tomorrow, but I feel like that's going to happen regardless. So I don't know. Either way, I need to really get on it because I, at the very least, want to get done with Act 1. My God, I cannot spend another second of my life working on Act 1 right now. I have to move past. I have to move on. So that's my goal for tonight, is to try to get to the 6. Definitely not getting the 9 that I thought maybe I could do today. I'm trying not to be too hard on myself, but it's just really frustrating when I sleep instead of doing things I want to do. So, yeah, like, what can I say other than that's what happened, so. Didn't mean for it to happen, but you know. So I'm gonna go try to work on that, and I will check back in a little while and let you know how the progress is going and where I'm at with finishing Act 1. And I'm still so, well, I'll talk about that later, but I'm just thinking about camp and what my plan is for that, and I don't know. So I'll be back. Hey guys, I moved over here to the desk. I've been in bed a lot this weekend. I really just needed to switch things up a little bit. I'm just checking in real quick. It's, let me see, it's 11:15. And I actually remembered right after I did my last update that I needed to finish the R.L. Stine masterclass because my subscription expires, and I'm so grateful to have been gifted it this last year. I have really enjoyed several of them, and there are some that I watched just parts of, and I downloaded a bunch of workbooks from it that I plan to still look at. So I'm so grateful to the person who sent it to me. Thank you so much. And yeah, it's been a great year, but I wanted to end it with R.L. Stine, and I did, and I'm so excited to talk about that one in a review in the future. So, but that's what I just spent the last like hour or so doing because I needed to get it in before midnight. That's what she said. So now I'm at the desk and I'm gonna actually work on writing. So I'm still gonna try to get those 6 sprints in, but it's 11:15, so I don't know. We'll see, because I do have to work in the morning. Why do I do this to myself? I don't know, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go work on my writing. Hey guys, I am coming to you once again at 3 a.m. Same tired face, same pajamas, but a different night. I am officially done for the weekend, and now it's time to kind of recap you on what's been going on and go over some stats. For those of you stat nerds, which are not me, but I'm pretending to be one this weekend. So I did not do my 6 sprints that I wanted to do, and I'm going to chalk that up to having to finish the R.L. Stine videos, which I did. So it was kind of a trade-off, but I did finish Act 1. So it feels so weird because I kind of like finished this before, like a month ago. What I had then was not even remotely close to what I have now. I have 7 full chapters of 0 draft of like every single aspect of the scene. Like some of my some of my chapter 0 drafts are like 2,000 words of like a summary of what happened. So it's, you know, they're substantial. Total, my whole Act 1 0 draft is 11,000 words on the dot, which is perfect because I'm trying to do a half the length of the book. So I'm aiming for 80,000 for like the first draft. So then for the 0 draft, I'm aiming for 40,000. So that would make Act 1 around 10, Act 2 around 20, and then Act 3 around 10. So the fact that it's 11,000 is perfect. It's right around where I want to be. And 7 chapters is perfect. That's also what I was wanting. They're moved around a little bit from what I originally thought they were going to be in terms of where they hit the beats, but it all worked out. So let me tell you my stats for today. So yesterday, I don't remember what I told y'all, but I told you what my word count was. I think it was like 2,600 or something for the day. So today I did a total of, sorry, let me do this math in my head really quick. 2,600, I think, and one, around there. So around the same as I did yesterday, which is awesome. And that was because my sprints actually, even though I did 3 less, they yielded more words each time. So yesterday, my lowest sprint was 387 words and my highest was 607. Today, out of my 3 sprints, my lowest was 736, which is actually higher than my highest one yesterday. And my highest one today was 1,097. So my 3 sprints were 736 words, 1,097 words, and then 766 words. So I kind of did around the same with less time, which is actually really like good if you think about like trying to get quicker at doing this. So my original goal for the weekend was to do approximately 30,000 words. Now you guys know I gave up on that very quickly. That dream just was so silly. But I did end up writing 5,407 words. So about 1/6 of what I sought out to do, but that's more than any other weekend this year. It's more than any I've ever done, I think, since I've been on authortube. And well, no, that's not true. I did have a 9,000K day, but one time. But what I'm trying to say is I am feeling extremely confident for once about where my book is going. And I think the reason why is I had those like 2 or 3 old versions of this Act 1 that I said I kept doing in a loop. I kind of have this new version now where I smushed those first 2 and then some new stuff into a 3rd. And I feel really confident because I had shifted the timeline and I think that fixed everything. So I do not plan, no matter what, to go back to Act 1. It is done, signed, sealed, delivered, unless while I'm working later, there's like a detail I want to make sure to work in earlier. You know, of course that could happen, but I'm not redoing those. I'm not going to look back over them. I'm not going to reconsider them. I am 100% moving forward from here. Now, I have 3 more days before camp starts. I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I am still going to continue to work on this and not decide until Wednesday what I'm going to do for camp. Like if I'm going to do this project with a word count, this project with a chapter count, maybe I do like a half and half where I want to do half of this book and then transition into the first draft. And there's always the possibility that I write a different book. As you guys know, almost every time there's a new camp or a nano, I kind of play with the idea of just trying something different because I've been working on this book for so freaking long and I have all these other ideas, all these like ideas all the time. Like I literally have at least like 10 ideas that I feel like I could work on and I could work much quicker. And I'm especially enticed by my middle grade contemporary that I've had. I've literally had this idea since I was an undergraduate. It's gone through many phases in my mind, but I've talked about this before, even like last year. And then on the last live stream, we did like a mash. I said I was gonna like sell a middle grade contemporary. And that just got me thinking about that project, and it would only be like 40,000 words. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe I could work on that for camp and give my brain a break from this. So I'm tempted by many things, and I need to give myself more time. So I need to see, am I able, like I haven't really been that able to get work done during the week. But I'm really gonna try Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and kind of use that to help base my decision. So if you wanna know what I end up doing for camp and you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I'm not gonna know until like Wednesday night. So you guys will learn on Thursday when my video goes up what I decided on day one. And then of course, we're gonna have our first camp live stream on Kevin's channel. Thursday night for Thirsty Thursday, and we're gonna be less chatty because it is camp time and we need to, it's always fun, always a good time, always chatty, but we want to really get the writing in for camp. So I feel really, really happy with my progress. I feel strangely like settled and like, yes, I have actually made progress that I feel confident in. This is the most I've written for this book, for this version. I feel very good about it. I have 11,000 words of a zero draft. I'm about 1/4 of the way through the zero draft then, and I'm done with Act 1 again and finally forever. So what did I did I meet my goal of finishing the entire draft with 30K more words? No, I epically failed. But did I reach a much more realistic goal that it's going to help me moving forward, that I can, move forward and feel confident in? And did I get a lot done? Absolutely. So it is a win for me regardless. So I'm excited to really think on this and see where it's going to go. I already know the next chapter, so that's exciting, knowing that when I do sit down, I'm not going to be at a blank. It's going to be some repurposed stuff from an older version. So, and I have a lot of the fun and games and stuff kind of figured out more so than I did before. So that's making me feel pretty good too. So with that said, I need to go to bed because tomorrow is going to be brutal. So today didn't go how I planned, but it still ended up being extremely successful. And as I told you guys in February, I was going through some stuff mentally. I had to work through some things that I was like learning about myself and understanding about myself. And I'm finally feeling like I do understand it a little better. And I think that I'm approaching myself a little kinder these days, and I think that's helping me be able to push myself and accomplish the things that I really want to get done. So I'm just feeling really, really happy and accomplished and excited for the future because I'm finally making progress. I'm still behind with the overall, but I feel like I feel good that I finished Act 1. And yes, I did not finish the entire draft by the end of Q1, but I feel very confident that I'm making much more progress regardless, even if it's not how much I want it, than I ever have since being on authortube. So I just want to, stay in that headspace and keep that moving forward. And yeah, I need to end this vlog because I need to go to bed. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by my 2-year anniversary, which is at the end of April. It's probably not going to happen, but if you're not subscribed yet, do your girl a favor, hit the subscribe button. If you liked this video and you like hanging out with me on the weekends, please be sure to hit the like button. It lets YouTube know that other people might like hanging out with me too. And thank you guys as always for watching, and I'll let you know on Thursday what I plan to work on for camp. See you in the next one. Bye.